I think what keeps me running smooth, is being able to help other people. I think from all the failures that I've had, I've learned so much and I'm still here. I didn't die, I'm still growing. In fact, I feel that my failures were probably the best part because now I'm able to see and go, okay, hey, we want to avoid this because this is what's going to happen.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Everyone, welcome to the Investor Fuel podcast. I'm your host, Q Edmonds, and today I am joined by someone, of course, I say it all the time, somebody that you're going to get great value from, right? I've been talking to her, and I'm going to steal something from one of her friends. She probably wasn't ready for me to say this, but today, y'all, I got a badass investor who knows what she's doing, who love helping people, love getting creative, thinking about creative ways to make sure that people can live their American dream, right? So they don't feel like that their back is against the wall, that they don't feel like they're without hope. And so, she may talk about some property management, she may talk about some flip and flips, but I love to just for you to hear it from her mouth, the different things that she's involved in. So today, I would love to introduce you to Miss Ericka De Oh my Lord! Why now? Now I'm blanking on the last name. De Paula. De Paula. Oh my Lord! Help me with my speech, Miss Ericka De Miss
De
Ericka. Say your
Paula,
last name for me. Thank you, Miss De
you're
Paula.
welcome.
I'm sorry, my dear. Like, I love putting respect on people's name, so I don't know why I was getting so tongue tied. But I'm so glad to have you with us today. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much for taking the time to, want to chat with me.
Absolutely, Mr. Paula. Listen, I know our listeners are really going to take a lot away from what you have to say today. I love your encouragement. I love your perspective. I love the way you inspire. And so, listen, I just want to dive in. For people, of course, they may not be familiar with you and what you do. I want you to tell us a short version of what it is your main focus is these days. And also tell us what markets you're operating in.
Okay, so I'll start with the markets. I'm currently marketing. My market is in Tampa. I do have some properties over in the Cocoa Beach, Melbourne area that I'm currently offloading so that I can fully be present here in Tampa. I have a wealth of knowledge in all areas of real estate. I started with fix and flip. You did substantially well flipping houses, made over $800,000, took all of that money, put it into, I'm going to do short-term rentals. Ended up not doing so great with that and basically having to start over, restart, pay off debt. I currently work in Ybor City for a big developer, and we do, I do property management specifically towards operations. I love it. It's a lot of fun. And then I decided, you know what, I'm going to start my own coaching program so I can help other people who want to learn how to fix and flip do it successfully. And with all of the programs that I've learned specifically with AI, I want to be able to pass that knowledge on so that they're able to do, running their comps, analyzing the markets, finding distressed properties, all of that from their computer with, 20 minutes or less doing the whole thing, probably closer to 5 minutes, if I'm being honest, once you've gotten familiar with the different apps. And a lot of them are free. A lot of this stuff is free.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
It's just you don't know where to find it. You don't know how to use it. You don't know which one's the best one to do. So I've been playing a lot with all of them, educating myself so that I can bring this knowledge to other people and they can start flip, especially if they're corporate. I came from the corporate world. I worked at SpaceX for 8 years. And then I transferred over to the government side. And then when I made my first $100,000, I quit and went into real estate full time. Just out here learned a whole new. I was great in aerospace, and I had to learn a whole new realm. And with all the different creative strategies that I have in my tool belt, I'm really able to help a lot of people who are, in a jam.
I love it. I love it, Miss Ericka. I love it. I love it the way you talk about, you're so vulnerable about, listen, I was very successful with the flip and flip. Very successful. Then, hey, okay, I'm going to try doing this short-term rental. That didn't work out. But you know what? I still pulled my back up. And now what I want to do is coach people up so that you can not have some of them, avoid some of the mistakes that I've made. Like, I love that perspective. And it's not easy in this climate, right? To sometimes pull yourself up, to move yourself forward, to change your perspective about, what you're doing. And so I love it. And I would love to know, pick your brain, what helps you kind of stay balanced now? What keeps you at a smooth running level right now in what you do?
I think what keeps me running smooth, is being able to help other people. I think from all the failures that I've had, I've learned so much, and I'm still here. I didn't die. I'm still growing. In fact, I feel that my failures were probably the best part because now I'm able to see and go, okay, hey, we want to avoid this because this is what's going to happen. But if I meet somebody who happens to be in that situation, I've been there, and here's what you can do. Because so many people get tied down. I don't know what to do. I don't know, I'm never going to get out of this. My home's going into foreclosure. What do I do? And there are a lot of different things that you can do, but people just don't know about it. And then they get stuck and they freeze and they hide, and there's shame and embarrassment. You don't need any of that, because in a year's time, who's going to care? Nobody. You're going to get through it. So, I look at it like, if I can go through everything that I've been through and still come out on top and be like, all right, let me take this failure and, and here's how I can bless other people. Here's how I can help them because I've been there, and I've been shunned from one of my favorite mentors. So it was very, that was hard.
Yeah.
And then everybody else that I talked to is like, hey, I'm proud of you. Wow, you're still going. And I didn't quit. I didn't give up. Were there times that I wanted to? Absolutely. But I knew, in a year, I'll be in a different space. So what can I do now to get out of it? And it was just pivot, pivot, pivot. Was it exhausting? There were days where it was absolutely exhausting. But, now I find it almost freeing because I'm meeting so many other people who have been in the situation. They're in it now with no way out. And what can I do? And I'm like, hey, you don't need to worry about this, because if I can't help you, I know somebody who can, and all part about the network. So I feel very blessed for everything that I've experienced in my life. And that's kind of helped me just keep moving forward. And I have, I'm getting paid to learn how to do commercial real estate. And I'm really good at it. So yeah, kind of just finding different niches. So it's definitely been an exhausting but fulfilling journey.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, I thank you for sharing. I thank you for being vulnerable. I didn't want to harp too hard on just the bad stuff, but I think it's so important.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
For people to understand that sometimes you're going to have to pivot. Like things sometimes doesn't, just work as smoothly as you want them to, right? And I think most of us watching, I think we know that, but I think it's also good sometimes to hear from somebody else for you to know, hey, you're not the only one. You're not the
Hmm.
only one. You're not the only one going through. So I thank you for sharing those times. I thank you for your vulnerability. I mean, of course, this is the stuff sometimes people are not talking about,
Right.
and this is kind of what separates people from kind of being in it long term and people who kind of just throw up their hands and give up.
Right.
And so I really appreciate you just being vulnerable. So let me ask you this. What are you most focused on solving right now? What's your next real goal?
Well, my next real goal is I got a couple. I'm like to be an
I love
overachiever.
it. I love it.
So
Yes, ma'am.
definitely my coaching business because I want to be able to help those individuals who are new and scared. And they're scared about getting into the situation that I was in. What if the house doesn't sell? That's okay. We have other ways, other solutions that can help you move through this. What if I lose money? I can help you lose less money. Well, what if I can't do it? And when I first got into flipping houses, I mean, I've paid a substantial amount of money to learn how to do this. My first year, I spent $120,000 and I went on this bus tour and they had us out and first house we look at, get back on the bus and they say, all right, put the bid together. And I nail it. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be so good at this. So the second house we go to, I'm way off on my rehab budget. I'm like, oh, okay, that's all right. Third house, way off, fourth house, way off, fifth house, way off. And I get back on the bus and I go to the back and I'm sitting there by myself. And I'm like, oh my God, I need to get I'm gonna lose my money. I'm gonna lose, and I paid to go to that one. I paid $30,000. I am gonna lose my money. I need to get my money back. And and I'm sitting back there talking to myself. And I said, well, how are you gonna lose it? I said, well, I don't do the work. Okay. Are you gonna do the work? Yeah, I'm gonna do the work. So I stayed, and it was terrifying. And then I paid another $25,000 for a one on one coaching session, 3 days, 8 hours, best money I ever spent. Got us going through the process of buying and getting comfortable and familiar within, 2 months. Now I had my first property under contract, you know, and then the third month, my second property under contract.
Mm,
So just going through the whole thing, it was really incredible to be able to do that. And then I started earning my money back in my first year. I spent 120,000 in education and I made 180. So I was up. My friends were making money. It was really good. And, I was also grieving my partner had passed away. Yeah. So I did all of that, grieving very hard, losing my entire family. And then, being successful and helping other people become successful. And you know, I thought if I can do it, you can do it. And that's how I look at it.
I love it. I'm gonna start calling you the queen of the pivot. You got to bounce back inside of you that no matter what, it just seems like you're gonna bounce back and you're gonna figure it out. I absolutely I love hearing that. Like I love hearing that from the flip to short term rentals to the coaching. You pouring this money into educating yourself, like, but you're balanced back. And I think you of all people know this. Like the next move you make it either compound things or create chaos, depending on how you play it
Hmm.
out. And I
Yep.
think you have lived that, right? Like you have been front seat to that, right? Just listening to
Yes.
your journey and your story. But what I love, and you hinted to this, and so you got people they're listening, they're early in their journeys, they're looking to level up, they're looking to make moves. But you hinted to about relationships. So when it comes to building relationships or growing your network, what's made the biggest difference for you? Because, we talked a little bit behind the back scenes and people don't know it, but you've built some relationships with people that have really, in a sense, kind of centers you and sustained you. So like, tell me about relationship building. How is that important to you?
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Yeah. So originally I was, going to a lot of classes, networking, meeting folks within those classes, and it was all education, 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 education. And then a friend of mine invited me to come to this business builder. And I thought, okay, great. They're going to teach me how to run a business. Cool. That's what I want. Name of the company is Life and Air. And they don't really care about teaching. Not that they don't care about teaching you about business, but they care more about helping you build the life that you want. And I didn't know what that looked like. My life was just work, 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 build, 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 all this stress and I got to do this. And so many things that I was paralyzed. I couldn't, it was like, I had so many options that I didn't know which one to choose because they were all so great. So then nothing happened. And I started, every quarter we meet, every in person, every month we meet on a Zoom. We talk about what's going on. Every quarter we meet in person and we have 45 minutes to discuss what's going on for us. And we have a little questionnaire that we fill out and everyone here is talking about their life and, build your business around your life. And I'm like, you guys are crazy. Like business is life. And to really, take that back and start living life now because life is short. My partner, Pat, she was 44 years old. Like, how does that happen? Now to be here and be 44 and think, oh my God, I've got a few months left. If the situation was reversed, what am I going to do at that time? And really focusing on getting deep and learning about myself and journaling. And I thought journaling was just this like woo-ha kind of stuff. But seeing a guy in my group who literally everything he's written is coming to pass. And he'll share his letter that he wrote to himself a year ago. And he's like, I did this and this and this. And I'm like, this. So I started writing stuff down because I'm like, wow, you guys are doing it. It's working. Let me do it. Like,
Yeah.
I'll do it. So to be able to call these people, as I was telling you, I called my friend Shannon last night. I'm like, hey, I don't know what to do about this. And it's not about, oh, well, you need to do this. It's all about helping you build like your inner voice and know yourself and your worth to make the decision that's best for you because nobody else can make that but you. And I grew up with all my decisions being made for me. I was an incredible soccer player. I played with the women's Brazilian national team. My dad was my coach. He was a phenomenal coach. And he would tell me, you got to go here. You got to go here. You got to move here. So everything I did, as long as you told me what to do, I could do it. But now I'm having to do it myself and make these decisions. And so they really helped me, get deep with myself, know who I am. What do I want? And once I started uncovering stuff, I was like, I don't want to be working 24/7. Like that's not rewarding. I want to be snorkeling in the Keys with our kids. Like that's my favorite where my stepdaughter and I were snorkeling. There's this big sea turtle that comes up. She taps me and she's like, look, so we're following the sea turtle. Like I never dreamed that would be something that I would be doing. And now here I am where it's like, it's not just about business. And yes, I get to help people. I look at things as how can I be of service? How can I help you, homeowner, get what you need? How can I help somebody who's wanting to get into flipping houses or real estate just in general and they're terrified? And I've shared my story and I've had people come back and tell me, you were inspiring. I went and got my general contractor's license. Thank you. That's amazing. Yeah, just building those relationships. Whenever I'm out, I talk to people. What do you do? Like truly listening to individuals and hearing their story and what they have to say. That's allowed me to grow my network and, you know, organically and meet new people and help others.
I love it, Miss Arca. I am 44 as well, and when you listening to your story, it just hit. Like, yeah, it just really hit. So
Yeah.
listen, I'm gonna go out on a limb. Let me know if you heard this before, but I think you should start a coaching business. Have you ever thought about that? Because it sounds like to me that you may be able to coach some people to success. It sounds like that to me. So listen, if the thought never came to your mind, you should really think about it. Okay.
You know what? I'll write about it. I'll write about it in my journal because I'm sure as soon as I put it down on paper, it's going to happen.
There you go. I'm actually glad you said that because journaling is a powerful thing. And what I've
Hmm.
learned, because I journal and I write myself, I've learned that when it's psychology about writing something down, is that, we don't do anything without our mind telling our bodies to do it first.
Hmm.
That's more, unless something is dysfunctional or something, is going on medically. Like your mind, it starts there and it tells your body what to do. And so
Right.
when we faithfully write things down, we are conditioning our minds to tell our bodies, this is what we're going to do. And so that's why the writing of journaling and practice is so important because even when you don't realize it every day, you are chronologically writing things down and telling your mind, no, this is what we're going to do. And before you know it, your body is moving towards what you have trained your mind to do. So yeah, that
And
journaling
to
is
see it,
powerful.
yeah, to see it happening, after every retreat, I write a new vision because they're very big on what's your vision. And my vision went from like this much to like, and every quarter I'm going through and I'm like, all right, I did that. I didn't really like that, so I'm going to get rid of that. But hey, I like this. Oh, I heard about this. I want to put this down. And, a lot of the things stay the same, but some of the stuff changes. And then I write myself, a letter that I get in a year. So I get to read and go, okay, well, what did I write? What did I have to say? What did I accomplish from what I had written? And it's always, it's a beautiful thing to read that. And our coaches, I mail her my letter and then she gets it back to me. And, joining Life and Air was one of the best investments I ever made. And the group of people that I have behind me, I love it, to be so vulnerable with folks. And, we're in a room and there's probably 30 or 40 of us and we're sharing our deepest, most vulnerable, things in our lives. And some of us will be sobbing and, and it's like, wow, I really got something from you, and I got something from you. And so, yeah, I think that has been the best group that I've been a part of, versus just my RIAs and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, absolutely, Miss Erica. Thank you so much. Listen, before we
Yeah.
wrap, if someone wanted to reach out to you, connect with you, maybe collaborate with you, how can they reach out to you, ma'am?
Well, I guess, see, I don't even have my website up yet. You can send me an email at Ericka@redkey38.com, ERICKA, redkey38.com. Or you can call me, shoot me a text, 321-390-41. Would love to help you if you have any kind of situation, trying to figure out a real estate problem. I'm happy to help.
Absolutely. But there she is, everyone, Miss Ericka De Paula. Listen, thank you so much. I appreciate
Thank
your
you too.
time, your story, your perspective. Like, I appreciate what you're doing in this space, and we need more people like you that's doing it the right way. So, again, thank you so much.
Thank you. You enjoy the rest of your day.
Absolutely. You as well. And listen, for all those that's tuning in, if you got value from this, please make sure you are subscribed. You do not want to miss out on these conversations. So, until the next time, y'all have a great one.
Right. Bye.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.